My name's Russel Green. Tonight we're racing Speedway at the All-American Motor Speedway. They're 500 cc's motorcycles, no brakes, 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. First time racing here at this track, so it's a new venue, new dirt layout, and so looking to have some fun and kind of put on a nice show for the fans. And we're a local team. My wife and I are a team together. She mechanics for me, and I do all the racing. She does all the wrenching, and together we make things work out and try to have as much fun as we can. So, yeah.
Why don't you tell the fans now how you got into this sport? What sparked your interest for motorcycles?
I grew up around motorsports. I had a grandfather that raced sprint cars, an uncle that raced sprint cars as well, and then a few other family members that would go to the Speedway down in Southern California growing up as a kid that would take me, my dad, my mom, and then got an opportunity to ride one of the bikes when I was about 13 and fell in love with it the second I rode. I think I went down like once or twice that day, and told myself I wanted to try to do the best not do the best I can, but overcome those fears of going down and crashing and riding a different sport than what's out there, and something more unique and something that is a little bit more meticulous. And I have trouble jumping dirt bikes, so that's kind of why I didn't go with riding regular typical motocross and things like that. So we went with the Speedway, and it's just going as fast as you can and making the corner as quick as you can and having fun.
You mentioned something right there. You said you went down on one of your first rides. Now, yesterday, Friday night, we had a support class. We had our kids 65cc competing for flat track racing. And the first heat race they ran, several went down, but they all got back up. I'm curious, what advice would you give to any of the young kids, the youth who are, working their way through the sport and up that ladder?
Biggest thing is, if you do go down, something like that, just, nothing you can do about that. It's all a part of racing. You don't expect it to happen, but it's always in the back of your head as a rider. But when it does happen, you just kind of, hop back on the bike, overcome the fear. The longer you take to get back on the bike, it's a little bit more time consuming to overcome the fear and build the confidence back up on being able to be, like, if you are competitive in your sport and you do get hurt, injuries do set you back and kind of scare you a little bit. Last year or 2 years ago, I had an injury that did that to me, fractured collarbone and a fractured scapula that set me back, same thing. And it's really frustrating as a rider to go down and get injured. It's, just don't think about it. It's the best thing you can do, and ride your own laps. Don't really pay attention to the other riders on the track except for what you're doing as a rider, and it kind of keeps you, out of sticky situations where you can get tangled up with another rider. But always just be, leery and cautious about the other riders on the track and the mistakes they can make, and capitalize on their mistakes where you guys both don't get injured, or if you do get injured yourself, just get back on it, keep going.
Now we've got a couple of really talented drivers. You're one of them, and we'll obviously highlight some of those accolades later on in the show. But for those fans who don't know, what are some of the things that you've got to accomplish throughout your career, and what are you most proud of so far?
Man, I'd say right now my biggest thing is, like I just talked about, my coming back from an injury. That was one of my biggest accomplishments, being able to come back to, I think it was like a little over 3 months of healing and recuperating, and I'm riding on an injury still from that crash. I have a torn labrum, and being able to still be competitive, make main events almost every night, every other night, is a big accomplishment for me, to be able to build my confidence level up and be competitive, with Billy Gennaro, Brock Nichols, those guys. Billy Gennaro's 14-time national champion, Brock Nichols national champion right now, currently from last year, and being able to keep up with them and have fun. We do have big events that we've won. The 25-lap main event, I want to say about 5 years ago, we won up at Auburn at the Auburn Fairgrounds for Fast Fridays. We had that race last night. We finished third in that with the injuries and setbacks we've had over the years. Getting to ride over in England and Europe to race for the World Under 21 Team Cup for the United States. and then just being the best I can, I think is the biggest accomplishments I can do, and enjoy the nights.
That's amazing. And right there, you mentioned the Fast Friday action up in Auburn. For the fans who maybe see this for the first time or are watching this for the first time, why should they go out and check out Fast Fridays?
Fast Fridays, it's a track that's, it's been there for, 30 years now. It's been, established there, like I said, for 30 years. They've got that base, they've got the atmosphere, they also have, the best riders in the United States. They're competing every Friday night. When in summertime, like the next couple of weeks, we'll be switching over to Saturday nights. I want to say about around the time school starts, so it makes it nice to get the kids out there. Families, parents get their kids out, have some fun, enjoy the. It's no different than coming here. I would say you got your popcorn, beer, action. It's just something that we have every week, and we come out, support the riders, get to see us after the races, get autographs. It's no different than going to any of your local motorsports and supporting us. If it wasn't for the fans coming out, we wouldn't have nowhere to ride. And every motorsport venue, a lot of them are getting shut down, and that has a lot to do with the riders or racers, drivers, depending on if it's a car track, dirt bike track. The fans, they don't show up, and so it makes it hard for everybody, for the riders and drivers to want to show up and put on that show. If we don't have the fans to come out, and we don't really have much to ride for other than ourselves, and we like to have that show, and the more people there, the more exciting the racing gets. Actually, you hear you out there cheering for us underneath the helmets, going crazy. So it makes us go crazy underneath the helmet and just want to try twice as hard. And it's like having your buddy right next to you, pushing you to go twice as hard. So when you get out there and you have a whole crowd going crazy when you have a good race, or even if you weren't winning the race but you still had a good battle, you do get those fans, and people are just like, oh my God, that person did really good, and how do they make it work? And so that's the things I enjoy as a rider.
Absolutely incredible. One last question for you. Who are some of the people, the sponsors, that you want to thank this evening?
Tonight I want to thank, first of all, All-American Motor Speedway. I want to thank you guys for holding the Speedway event here, and giving us the opportunity to spread the word for Speedway and get another event going on for you guys and keep you guys involved. Want to thank Lola Holistics, Sluggers Hit, ASV, Redline Oil, Cody Racing Products, Motion Pro, Reno Babes, 5S Designs. But yeah, there's a lot of people this year, silent sponsors involved, Team SOS. Just everybody. There's so many people that help us out that I can't thank you guys enough. Appreciate all the much love that you guys give out and support. You guys keep us going on the track every night. So.